Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. I'm Michiji, and today I will be doing a review video over the current cards that we know about for the Flowers of Love Cannabeast set. I would like to go over each of the cards that we know about so far, just from, some that were revealed from the home screen, some were revealed on the Discord, and some were revealed on Instagram via video posts by the collector. We'll start off with Love Boat, which is right here on the screen. It says it's a nutrient, stash 1. For 2 turns, Cannabeast can only attack those of the same type. In my opinion, it's more of a lower end staple for the deck. Like, you could run this and I could definitely see it being viable. I would probably still have it as a side deck card overall instead of a main deck, just because you're really not going to want to run this in a standard meta deck. A lot of standard meta decks are running like multi-type deck. They have stoners, they have fungi, indica, some will have sativa, depends if they're running like a blue dream hybrid kind of deck. So, this card is really good, and I can definitely see it becoming something that's viable in a lot of decks, but for right now, I don't think that it's crazy good that I would say you need this card instantly. So it's kind of just a nice thing to have in your deck. Next, we're going to talk about another card that's already on the screen. We just can't see the full image of it, which is Cupid. This is a 15% indica, so this is also a searchable card now. Ability: if this Cannabeast is destroyed by a stoner in battle, after the damage step, destroy that stoner card. So this card's really good for a couple reasons. One, you can search it, you can use it to force the destruction of a stoner, so you can attack a stronger stoner, destroy yourself, and destroy that card with the effect that this card has. Or you could kind of bait your opponent. You could have this in your hand and just set it face down and bait them into attacking with the stoner they have and get it destroyed. It doesn't have that bad of an attack stat. 150 is not crazy good, but it's not crazy bad. If you're running any sort of boosters in your deck, let's say you're just running a pure indica deck with maybe a few other cards in there, and you're just basically relying on boosting those indicas, I definitely think this card's very viable. Given that it's a stash 1, I don't know if you'd want to have this card over something maybe a little more powerful that you can search out. Pumpkin Kush is an example. That's a really good searchable card that gets boosted based off the amount of nutrients in your ashtray, while Cupid is kind of one of those cards that you might want to side deck. Yeah, it's up to you. I think this card can be really strong, though. I definitely think you'll probably see it in a couple decks if anyone's running indicas. Let's move on. Next on our list, we have Steam Joint Willy. We just saw this one was revealed on the Discord channel. I believe the collector posted it, and it's a crazy powerful card. It's black and white. I don't know if this card is going to be only black and white or it's going to come in other versions, but I'm assuming it's just going to stay black and white since its effect revolves around that. So it's a 21% stoner, which is really good, which is kind of why we brought up Cupid first, because this card is going to pretty much become the primary heavy hitter for one harvest attackers. So its ability is this card gains 10 attack for each black and white card that's face up on the field. That's already insanely good, insanely busted right off the rip. It's got 220 attack for a 1 harvest, but it's automatically going to get that plus 10 for itself because it itself is a black and white card. So it's at 230, which already puts it at around UK Cheese, which is currently one of like the higher 1 sack hitters. And then other cards like Beast Mode, which are like 240 with 1 sack. That's like the highest end of being a 1 sack, but this card has just as much power and ability to beat that, because if everyone's running black and white cards, this card only needs 2 more black and white cards to be present on the field to already be able to overcome any 240 hitter. So I think this card is just insanely busted. You're going to want to pick up this card. This card is basically going to become the new best single sack hitter. Sacrifice 1 Cannabeast, you get this out instantly, and it's going to be extremely, extremely annoying to deal with. The only benefit of this card is that it's at 1 stash. I think this card would be insanely broken if it was anything higher than 1 stash. So, and that's good, because you don't want too many just insanely busted cards in the game, or else it makes the game really not fun for like players who aren't just prepared for that like high meta gameplay. The last card I want to talk about today is this card I got from the screenshot on the video that the collector posted the other night. It's called Pure Love. He posted an entire video of like a huge sheet of the new cards. I just couldn't get a good screenshot to read a lot of the other ones. You know, I could get some of their attacks. I couldn't really see what type they were, if they were indica, stoners or not. So I just went with this one for now because I could get the full picture with the effect, with the stats, with everything on it. So this is an indica called Pure Love. It's an 11% THC. So already off the rip, again, another low THC searchable card. So this ability is this card gains 10 attack for each Cannabeast in yours and your opponent's ashtray, and it starts at 50 attack. So this is good and bad. So because of how low its attack is, that kind of takes away from how strong the card can be. But if you look at how many Cannabeasts are in an average deck, I would say roughly around between 15 up to 20 at max. So this card can get insanely bulky towards the end game more. And with this card's release alone, indicas are going to become the new strongest meta deck. The collector did make sativas really strong, being able to search out your blue dreams and really bulk them up. But the difference is that indicas now have a card that searches out indicas, and now they have two different types of indicas that boost themselves based off cards in the ashtray. So there's Pump Kush, which boosts itself by 10 for each nutrient in your own ashtray or grave, whatever you want to call it. And then there's now Pure Love, which boosts based off Cannabeast by 10, which it's the same effect as Blue Dream, but better because it does yours and your opponent's ashtray. And that's crazy for something that doesn't even have a single harvest cost. You just play this card out. Another benefit is that, not for indicas, but it's a stash 1. This is another card that would be insanely busted if it was anything higher than a stash 1. This card needs to stay at a stash 1. It's that good of a card. It's that oppressive of a card. It might not seem like it with its low attack. If you're playing this card at, anything, past 5 turns into the game, this thing will most likely be closer to like 140, 150 attack. That's not even counting if you're running any indica boosters in your deck. This card has the ability to sweep endgame. This card can get probably close to like 400 attack endgame if you save it for then. You're not always gonna get that opportunity, but you have a Relating Roach. There's different ways you can get this card out. I could see this card being ran in a Blue Dream collector deck and just spamming it and getting it into the grave, Spooky Sunset, Relating Roach, doing whatever you can to just get this card back out in the field because it's just that oppressive. Overall, the cards in this set are, from what we know, I only wanted to go over those 4 for today. I can see Cannabear Gummy here, but I saw that it had low attack, medium defense. It had 100 attack, I think 170, 180 defense. It's a concentrate and it's 21%, so it's going to be a 1 sack to get out, so it's not really that good. That's the only reason why I didn't really go over that card today, because I knew that its stats were below average and it was going to cost 1 harvest either way to get it out. So I don't think that it's going to be viable for concentrates. It's going to be one of those spicy cards that, if you're a diehard concentrate deck user, you would love to probably have that in there just for the express purpose of a laugh, I guess. But overall, the few cards that are really needing to be looked at in this set that you should want to get, if you haven't already ordered some of these, I know they're sold out right now, but find your way to get your hands on them if you ever want to like play the game more competitively, because this set is going to have some of the most busted cards out to date. And the main ones to look for is the Pure Love, that 1 stash indica with low THC with a great effect, and the Steamboat Willie. I haven't seen all the cards for the set yet. I will be doing another review video when the set is fully released. I'll be doing a tier list for them. But for now, those are definitely the cards you want to look out for. They're going to be game changing. Anyways, that's all we have for today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on what you guys think about this set and what you guys think about the next set coming up, the Hikari set. I know that's going to be talked about being dropped around March time. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Thanks again. Bye-bye.